Sebastian, when he was born, he was about 1 pound.
He was born at 22 weeks.
At the delivery room, he did require significant resuscitation.
His lungs were not developed.
And we were really worried about him, that he wasn't going to make it out of the delivery room.
That was the scary part.
He was 1 pound. If you think about it, that is the size of a grapefruit. 4 sticks of butter. It was a tough resuscitation for the team, and he did come into our unit quite sick, but he did eventually turn around. Vivian had a rough course with her pregnancy. She ruptured early. Premature rupture of membranes is when the amniotic fluid that's surrounding the baby ruptures early. And so that puts the baby at risk for not being able to develop correctly while he is in mom's womb. She got admitted to the hospital at 21 weeks with our concern that her baby was going to deliver early.
Viability, there's a better success at 24 weeks than anything sooner. So our goal was at 24 weeks. And then at 22 weeks, he's decided that he was gonna come, and he's like, I'm coming, Mom.
At 22 weeks, we're really worried about your long-term survival and your ability to actually survive out of the delivery room. You're gonna be at increased risk for issues with vision, intraventricular hemorrhage, which is a brain bleed, long-term growth and development issues when it comes to even tolerating food to your belly, and then also your lung health and your lung growth and maturation. But here we are with a program that we have worked on very intensely to create, that it was fortuitous for her to be here. And this is a level 4 NICU where we take care of the smallest of the smallest, the sickest of the sickest.
Dr. Zank came in and let us know it's not gonna be an easy journey, but we were gonna get there. And the moment, she just kept telling me, you're his medicine. You're medicine to him, even though, I couldn't hold him, right? Because he's in the incubator.
You should have seen this one day that Sebastian actually was really sick. There was the pharmacist, there was the dietitian, there was the respiratory therapist, everybody talking about their system and their area of expertise to talk about how we should manage him that day, because we wanted him to have a good day. Because
everybody was in that room trying to work on him. And I stepped out of the room and I was just kind of in the corner and obviously sobbing. All the nurses on that floor made sure to come in and check on me. Do you need a chair? Here's a chair. Here's some water. Here's some tissue, And I remember one of the nurses, Christina, she pulled me and she's like, let's pray.
I think that's what sets us apart, right? Our families could be walking down the hallway and everybody who works here knows a little bit something about them and about their baby, because we are so close-knit and we're really determined to make sure that that baby, that family feels well cared for and loved here in our unit.
Then Dr. Zank came and she's like, I know it's scary. I know it's hard. She's like, but he's still fighting. We're gonna fight with him. And he pulled through, and that's another thing with the NICU, is just day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute.
We do work with the family very closely on a day-to-day basis from day one that they're here until their discharge date, to make sure that they know that they can care for their baby. They know what their baby needs.
So he was considered a nano-preemie. So this is his little diaper. Once he started being able to feed, he kind of caught on to that. And then they told me, we're moving you. We are going to graduation floor.
We were so excited and impressed by how well Sebastian did during his hospital course.
His due date was January 14 of 2026. And by January, they're like, bring your car seat. And when you hear bring your car seat and graduation floor, you're like, oh, it's happening. They're like, yeah, it's happening.
Whenever we counsel families about having a baby at this gestational age, we always say, hey, it's gonna be due date or beyond. And for Sebastian to do so well and go before his due date is, quite frankly, a miracle.
I was given a 3% chance of that this was gonna be a success story. That he was gonna even be this 3% chance. How are you? How are you doing? Good.
I do think that Vivian and her family were like medicine for this baby, and really did as part of the entire care team, because we truly believe families are part of the care team. And Vivian and her family just did that above and beyond. And I just do think that they were really an important piece for his success.
For his care team to see him, and it was amazing. They're such a big part of my journey. I hold a special place in my heart for each and every one of them.
Sebastian, the sky's the limit. He's gonna do great. He's gonna do great.